Morning. Back in August 2019, I went to see Iron Maiden play in Buffalo, New York, and that turned out to be my last time to see them play in almost 3 years. Around 2 months later, they played the Estadio Nacional in Santiago, Chile. That turned out to be Iron Maiden's last gig in almost 3 years because we had this pandemic. So in the meantime, they've released a live album, Nights of the Dead. They've released Senjutsu, their new studio album, but they haven't played any live shows. That is until now. And by now, I mean tomorrow, when they take the stage in the beautiful city of Zagreb, Croatia. So we're here at Cork Airport. Guess where we're going to? Let's go. Dobar dan from Zagreb, Croatia. As we would say in Ireland, it's fucking roasting. It's really hot. I think it's like 30 degrees or something like that, but it's great to be here. So Iron Maiden are playing their first show in 950 days tonight, and it's a real privilege to be here. I'm really looking forward to it. This is going to be my third time seeing Maiden play in Zagreb. I saw them play here in 2013, and I saw them play here again in 2018 on the Legacy of the Beast tour. I got in last night, it was great, checked into the hotel, went down to a place called the Bikers Beer Factory. Maiden Croatia were putting on an event there. They had all kinds of things going on. They had a book signing, and they had a live show from Paul Di'Anno, who sang on the first 2 Iron Maiden albums. That was really cool. Met up with loads of friends, new and old. It was just a really great event, especially after these last 3 years in the wilderness, thanks to COVID. So I love Zagreb. It's got a special place in my heart because in 2009 I went interrailing around Europe, and Zagreb was the very first place I came to. And it kind of introduced me to the Balkans. And I remember I took a picture at this statue here, which is kind of the main there it is, statue in the main square here in Zagreb. So it's good to be back. So we're going to start with this video, and I'm going to show you a bit of Paul Di'Anno's set from last night, some footage I took from Remember Tomorrow. Let's watch it. That was Paul Di'Anno. I think he sounded really good. Isn't Zagreb absolutely beautiful? Even if it's bleeding roasting, as I said. After I went to see Paul, I met up with loads of friends, old and new, Maiden fans from all over the world. I also met up with my friend Chris Dale. Some of you may know Chris played bass with Bruce Dickinson during his solo years. He played at the famous Sarajevo concert in 1994. And he was instrumental in getting Scream For Me Sarajevo made, so the fantastic movie about their experience down in Sarajevo during the siege, during the war. Chris was really kind to do an interview with me. So there's a full interview, which I'll link in the description. I always hear people saying that. I don't actually know how to do that. But I'll put a short clip in here so you get a vibe and an idea of what it was like. And if you want to watch the rest of it, you can.
Inside the Skunk Works machine. And this is a look inside how the band operated and what went on for those couple of crazy years where, yeah, we played in Sarajevo, but we also toured around the world and we made an album and things. And this is really a look inside it all. And it's not just a chat with me and fans and stuff, but also we got a load of guests in and other people who were there. Alex Elena, the drummer at the time, Jackie and Dina, the producer, Roland Grappa from Halloween, and just loads of people all just chatting and contributing towards making a book. And I had like 5 photo albums of photos, obviously. They've all gone in there. Loads of people sent in their tickets, signed albums and stuff, and it's a real labour of love, I think. And it's a massive thick book, but we're only going to make one book on the topic, so it's going to be the best one, I think.
How many pages?
It's 375 full colour pages.
So what's the plan for today, apart from seeing Iron Maiden's first live show in 950 days? Like, amazing. And so it's such a privilege to be here. I'm really happy to have a ticket. It's great. So we're going to go for a walk now, have a look around Zagreb and see if we can find anyone interesting to talk to. Talk to you later. We've come to a place called the Museum of Hangovers, which is pretty appropriate after the 5 a.m. finish last night. So let's get a beer and see if we can find somebody interesting to talk to. Hello from the Museum of Hangovers here in Zagreb, where myself and Alex are appropriately sitting. So this is Alexander Milas, who is the head of the Iron Maiden fan club since late 2020, am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so any of you who will have read Kerrang or Metal Hammer magazine back in the day, like myself and all the other Kerrang kids did, will have read Alex's work. He's a really well-respected journalist, and now he's running the Iron Maiden fan club. So I have a couple of questions for you, Alex. First, I should say as well, thank you for the beer. As they say in Croatia, živeli.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So, first question, Alex. What is the highlight for you since becoming head of the fan club?
Well, first things first, I got to stop you there when it comes to the respected journalist thing, Rory, because I mean the truth is when you're out there as a critic, a lot of times people disagree with you. So you read some pretty horrible things about yourself, but you got to stay true. I remember possibly being held responsible for the departure of Tarja from Nightwish at one point because of something I wrote, like all these sorts of things. So in terms of the respect thing, it depends on who you ask.
I'm here in the main square of Zagreb with my new friend Nico, who is from...
I'm from Zagreb.
From Zagreb, cool.
Yes, but I was born in Nova Gradiška in Slavonia.
Cool. So we're here in front of the statue of Ban Jelačić.
Josip Jelačić.
Okay. Nico's going to tell us a story about him.
The most interesting for me fact about this statue itself, Josip Jelačić is famous in our history for fighting against the Hungarian because we were part of the Austro-Hungarian. So originally, when the statue was placed, the horse with Josip Jelačić, it was placed in the direction of Hungary.
Okay, it's interesting.
So that was a sort of a show of
power,
I guess, integrity or power of resistance.
Yep.
Then it was removed. I'm not sure when. I think it's during World War II, during Ustaše.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And then it was reinstated here, where I think makes most sense, where it's looking at the biggest part of the square.
It's like the symbol of Zagreb, nearly, isn't it?
Yes, it's the biggest square. It's in the center of Zagreb, so pretty much everyone in Zagreb knows where Trg Josipa Jelačića is.
And Nico has told me it's not illegal to drink beer in public.
No,
so
in public it is totally legal to drink.
So to the Croatian police, if I get arrested for this, I'm blaming Nico. Okay, arrest him instead. Plot twist. Some guy really wants me to film his leg. So like, how can I say no to an offer like that? Check out this guy's leg. Look at this. He's got an AC/DC tattoo on it. Fucking awesome.
This is the best hard rock band ever.
What about Iron Maiden?
Iron Maiden is the best heavy metal band.
Okay. I will finish off. I want you to teach me some Croatian. Okay. How do you say "Scream for me, Zagreb"?
Scream.
Like Bruce Dickinson. Scream for me, Zagreb.
Vičite za mene Zagreb.
Yeah, I was going to repeat that, but I'm not going to. Can you teach me something more simple? Can I say, I don't know, greetings from Zagreb?
Pozdrav iz Zagreba.
Pozdrava iz Zagreba.
Pozdrav.
Pozdrav.
Iz Zagreba.
Iz Zagreba.
Perfect.
Pozdrav iz Zagreba. Okay, hvala, Nico.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the show and živeli.
Živeli.
That was fun. I'm on the main drag here in Zagreb's beautiful old town. It's so nice to be here. It's great to bump into those Croatian guys and learn a few Croatian words and sort of meet local fans and that kind of thing. So yeah, the plan now is to maybe go somewhere for a beer, although I do have one, as I mentioned. I'm gonna grab some food in a place I really like called Nocturno. Come here, or go there every time I'm in Zagreb. And then we're gonna head out to Zagreb Arena for the first Iron Maiden show since the 15th of October 2019, 950 days. I'm really looking forward to seeing hopefully some of the songs from Senjutsu played for the first time, seeing the new Senjutsu Eddie, and once again meeting up with some friends. So yeah, greetings from Zagreb. Let's go out to Zagreb Arena. I've come back to the hotel just because I need to get changed before the show. I can't be wearing an old white t-shirt to the show. So hopefully the hotel has provided something suitable for me to wear to the concert. Let's have a look. Dressing gown. That's not going to work. Iron Maiden shirt. That is going to work. What's on the back? An Irish flag. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's wear this to the show. Let's go. It's the day after the show. We're still in Zagreb. Once again, how nice is this place? Beautiful. The show was amazing. The crowd was really, really loud. I'm going to show you a couple of videos now of some very familiar songs, so I hope you enjoy them.
And that would make us blood brothers.
You're probably looking at that and saying, okay, cool, but where are the new songs? About that, it's been a crazy 24 hours. Got down to Zagreb Arena last night, went up to show my ticket on my phone, and they told me, no, you need to print out your ticket, we're not accepting that, and there was no arguing with them. I had to join this queue with a couple of hundred other people who were having the same issue, and this queue just wasn't moving. We weren't getting in. At 9 o'clock, I heard the show begin, I could hear the first song, and I was like, this isn't good. So my instinct reaction was to go onto the Iron Maiden forum and post up what was happening. All of a sudden my phone started to light up. I was getting texts from the US, from Sweden, from the UK, and they were all telling me, get to the venue. And Alex Milas, who you saw earlier in the video, is going to be there and he's going to bring you into the venue. So I went up to the kind of ticket office. Alex was there waiting for me. He was missing some of the gig inside himself. He brought me in, said, enjoy the show. I got in just after they finished the third of the 3 new songs they played, so I missed the new songs, but it was disappointing at the time, but you know, it's only a gig. But anyway, I got back to the hotel and I had a message on my, I had a message from Iron Maiden's management, and they were apologising. It was none of their fault, but they were really sorry, and they wanted to help me out with a ticket for the next show in Belgrade, which was really nice of them. They don't have to do that. As if that wasn't enough, I got a message from my friend Made in Croatia, Stepan Uros, who writes books about Iron Maiden, by the way. If you Google Made in Croatia books, you'll find them, and they're well worth a read. Stepan told me to meet him this morning at a certain hotel in Zagreb. So I went to the certain hotel in Zagreb this morning, went inside and was introduced to Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. The rest of the band were there as well, but it's their hotel, it's their private space, so I didn't want to go anywhere near them. But myself, Steve, sat down for like an hour. We discussed everything from, I suppose, from the time he played in Limerick with British Lion to Rory Gallagher. He noticed my t-shirt and said that he's a big fan. He had seen him play before in Mile End and he really enjoyed the Live in Europe album. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So I just want to thank fan club, I want to thank Iron Maiden management, and I want to thank my friends on the Iron Maiden forum who all pretty much went out of their way to make sure I got into the gig as fast as possible. So yeah, thanks to everyone. And that was Zagreb. I'm now down in Slovenia. I'm in the absolute middle of nowhere, but it's so beautiful. I'm in a place called Zidani Most, which I'd never heard of till around 2 hours ago. I don't think much happens in Zidani Most. There was a guy behind me cutting a tree and I went up and asked, is there a supermarket nearby? And he just looked at me and was like, no. Anyway, that was my trip to Zagreb, Croatia to see Iron Maiden. Hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it. I'm going to be at a couple more Iron Maiden shows this summer, so if you'd like to see me make another video, please let me know. If you wouldn't like to see me make another video, I'll probably just make it anyway. But yeah, so thanks for joining me on the journey. We're going to finish out here in beautiful Slovenia. See you again. Take care.